Hi guys, so today I am working on sublimation tumblers for my website release. I'm still on the fence about whether I'm doing a Shopify or if I'm just going back to Etsy. I'm like really nervous about doing a Shopify because you have to do all of your own promotion and I don't keep up well enough on my social media, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, and I don't have the capability of going live on TikTok, which drives a lot of people to Shopify stores. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm pressing on. So I'm going to do some prints on some hog sublimation tumblers. I have the regular ones, green glow, blue glow, red glow. I don't know that I printed anything appropriate to do on a red glow, but I really do need to get one done so people can see it. I have printed them all on my Epson EcoTank 2803 on ASUB Paper. This box I actually emptied, so as I was printing and they were drying, I was storing them in this box just to keep them out of humidity. So, and actually I think I could do this one on a red. But the first thing I need to do is trim them all down. So that is what I am going to work on first. I have a lot printed. I've been working my way through creating new files, so everything is at a glance and easily in hand. And this paper trimmer has a tiny little bit of a lip, so I have to go slightly past. That might have been too far past. I was before leaving these edges, but I'm finding that I don't really like leaving the edge. So I've also been really working on dialing in my press. Now that I have the mug press, I can get my tumbler press set just for 20-ounce skinnies. And so that's what I've been also trying to get sorted out. Some people like to hand trim these. I can't do it. I cannot cut a straight line to save my life. So this particular print, I'm testing out Canva Pro because I wanted to be able to use backgrounds that I've saved, mostly from Creative Fabrica, and I wanted to be able to size them easily. And I tried a ton of different programs without having anything very hard to use. And it's actually really easy for me to set a custom size on there and drop it in and put the width where I need it, and it'll actually automatically remove any of the bottom. So I did that in a bleach spot and the centerpiece. So I am kind of playing around with trying to do some of my own designs. I haven't had enough time to work on too many, but I have a lot in my head, or a lot of images I see that I want to use that way. Most of these, though, are ones that other people already did that process and put them on Creative Fabrica ready to go. But I'd like to be able to do more of my own. While the Sunflower Mom Life thing isn't exactly unique, it is popular, and you know, at least this one I know I designed myself. The only other one I've really had time to design myself would be this one. It says Just a Girl Who Loves Dragonflies, with a little dragonfly background paper. Okay, so I've already wrapped 10 of these. Some you'll see I wrapped tighter than others. It kind of depends on how far down to the bottom it came, if I needed that extra reinforcement. So I'm going to wrap a few with you. The reason I'm wrapping them tighter is because I got a great bottom on this one where I did wrap it super tight. I mean, this looks absolutely flawless. And this one I only did like one strip where it folded. So I do a little bit of ghosting at the bottom here, where I think if I had taped it down tighter, I wouldn't have had that. My goal is to have like 30 options available when I launch. At least 30. It's a lot. It's basically going to use most of my stock, or at least my white cups, but I have found some that looked good with the glow. So I start by putting it down. I use a tile just because the surface is a little bit bumpy, so I put them on a tile so I can be sure it's flat. And I'm going to have this so it reads bottom to top this way. So I'm going to, I'm trying this method where you just put one piece in the center and then run your side strip, your long strip. And some of the other ones I did this way, some I did not. And then pull it tight. Fold my top in, fold my bottom down. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes below that ridge. Some of them I cut a little shorter so I can just wrap one piece around. And then I'm just going to put a couple extra little strips on there. And then I'm going to wrap one tight around the top. I see some people don't do the tops at all. I pressed, I think, one of the other ones without doing the top at all, but I would rather take the time and put one more piece of tape on than have to worry about it. So then I have been kind of, so the folds become even. I'm doing it in like segments, spinning it around and around. Because you can see where it's folding over on itself. And I have been cutting my strips in half on my roller, because it's not necessary to probably use such a long piece. It's also not really necessary to work in segments like this after you're past the first run or two, but it's just kind of habit for me. And I am pressing these down pretty hard, trying to get a nice tight seal. And to get those creases folded flat. If you're doing sublimation and you haven't bought one of these tape dispensers yet, I strongly recommend it. It took me 2 tries to get one that works, but absolutely worth it. I would have shipped the first one back, but I'd already thrown away the box and the packaging and receipts and all that, so. I'm going to do this one on a red glow. I'm going to do the teacher affirmations one on the blue. It'll fit. Barely, but it'll be okay because this one has a white background, so. I'm not actually too concerned with this one. Not quite lining up. It's going to meet exactly. This dispenser is nice because it dispenses the 3 rolls of tape in the small sections. At the same time, you can use a single roll for your longer strips. And this one's a little bit shorter, so, or the cup's a little bit taller, one way or the other. So I don't have to do any fancy footwork on this one. I can just get a single roll of tape, strip of tape rather. So I'm going to leave this one in the box for now. That's all my prints I had ready. So I'm going to probably actually take a break, make dinner, and then fire up the press. Okay, so I am ready to press some tumblers. I turned my press on. Oops. I have it set to 360 for 65 seconds, and it is currently heating up. I will press them all with the tape facing me first, and then I will flip them and give them a second press. Get in the habit of doing it one way then the other. That way you know when you're done and you don't forget if you've rotated it or not, because you don't want to short press. I have this extremely tight, possibly too tight, but I'm pretty sure all my previous pressing was maybe a little bit loose. So I'm going to keep it as tight as it gets for now. It's literally as tight as I can possibly get at the moment. People ask what press this is. It's from Amazon. I don't particularly love it. I don't think it was the greatest quality. Learning how to set it was a little complicated, but I did figure it out. So once I start pressing, I'm just going to put it in fast mode probably after the first one or two. And it should take me a little over a half hour to get through the 15 cups I have ready. I have some on the table ready to go and some over behind me ready to go. So I'm going to bring you over here and down. These come out extremely hot, obviously, so I do have a glove ready. I do have a pick ready. You don't want to scratch at the surface, though, because you can scratch the coating with the print off. So we're about up to temp. It's going to start beeping. And there's quite a bit of pressure when I put it down and quite a bit of pressure when I put it off. This is obviously not the most sturdy table in the world. So, but these are some of the ones I already have ready for photos that will be in the store lineup. Pull that out, grab the next one. And this is pretty warm, even with the glove on. But camping is my favorite therapy. And that bottom has such a clean edge. So there we go. See how the bottom is pretty nice the way I wrapped it. It's down over that lip a little bit, but it's got very little ghosting at all. I'm actually really quite pleased with this. It's still not a complete full wrap design, but because it wasn't a seamless pattern to begin with. Okay, so that was the last one. I shut my machine down. I will unplug it in a second as soon as I unwrap this one. Please, 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 anytime you're doing anything like this, make sure you unplug the machine when you're done. Don't leave them plugged in, just in case. Beautiful. So I'm going to unplug my machine, slide it out of the way, bring all my cups back over, and I'm going to get my UV light charging the glow one so we can look at all of the glow colors. Okay, so here are the regular ones. So I have a total of 21 ready already. This is that cute peachy mama leopard. The 2 coffee gnomes, softball mom. This is one of my personal favorites. And I love the coloring on this one. So a lot of mom cups. We're going to be a little mom heavy. These are glows that are charging. You can already kind of see them glowing. I'm trying to give the blues a little extra time. But I'm going to go hit the light switch quick. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. And those 2 are the green. They're kind of a yellowy green. And the red is kind of a reddish orange. And then these 3 are blue. The blue is always my favorite, personally. You can see where I didn't fully charge the back, but it's still already starting to show. So those are the glow. So that is it. So far, 21 permanent on the website, or will be, Sublimation 20-ounce skinnies. If you have any questions, let me know. I will link to everything I use down below, and I will see you in the next one.